Week 72 update. Welcome, guys. My name is Patrice, Thepatricedenise, and I am living a healthy, sustainable life, one day at a time, one step at a time. I like to always say that, preface my videos with that, because I am living a healthy life, which encompasses my Mounjaro journey, my journey to conquer diabetes, which I talked about that, what it means to conquer it, so to speak, because the diagnosis of diabetes may continue to be with me, but however, it will not determine my outlook on life. It will not determine my health, and I have overcome it just by that. I have conquered it because I have gotten my blood sugars and my A1C to a level that is not in the diabetic range, and the diabetes, what it can do to my body, or what it can do to our bodies, if it's left uncontrolled, will not happen to me because I have conquered it. I'm not going to allow that to happen. So I just like to document my journey and continue to keep you guys updated on how it's going, and how things are going for me through this method. So I thank you and I appreciate you for joining me for another one of my videos. This is week 72, and 72 just stands for my 72nd week on Mounjaro. So that's when I started to document my journey. Like, this is when I started Mounjaro, because I just wanted to have a space where I can keep track of everything and keep myself motivated, accountable to continue on. So thank you guys for joining me again. And if you're new, welcome. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can continue to stay up to date on my journey, and I can continue to stay up to date on your journey, because you can leave a comment below and tell me how you are doing. So go ahead and do that. Tell me how you're doing on your journey. How is your week going? Let's just start out with that. How are you doing? How's your week going? I hope everybody is doing great. This is not going to be a long video, but I always say that, right? Because then I start rambling on. But this is not going to be a long video because I got to get back to work. I need to go to the office and do some things real quick. So, yes. All right, let's just jump into it. I am on the 7.5 milligram dose of Mounjaro. I have been on that dose since November of 2023. This is now April 17th. 2024. So I have been on the 7.5 milligram dose going on, would that be almost 6 months? Yeah. Well, is it 6? Yeah, almost 6 months. And I do stretch my injections out to every 10 days. It is prescribed every 7 days. So definitely check with your doctor before you do anything that deters or differs from the plan of care that your doctor has set. So check with your doctor before you do anything regarding your plan of care. I took my last injection on the 11th, which was on last week Thursday, and I will take my next injection on this upcoming Sunday, and that will be the 10-day stretch. No side effects, nothing unusual. I was quite a bit tired this week, and I don't think that had anything to do with the injection itself. I'm just looking at the dates on my calendar. No, I think it had to do with my time of the month, a womanly time of the month, and I was just tired, and just everything I had going on this past weekend and so forth, and just for the last couple of weeks, I was just tired, and I'm starting to feel my energy come back up now, and we'll get into that in a second, of how I was feeling, and what also helped boost my mood, my motivation, and so forth to continue on. We'll talk about that in a second. But my last weigh-in was on March 27th. I weighed in at 158.8 pounds. I will weigh in again next week, actually, a week from today. And on April 24th, I do monthly weigh-ins now. And I'm on maintenance mode, so I'm kind of, I just want to maintain. My goal this year for 2024 is to stay under 165 pounds. So hopefully when I weigh in on next week, I will be just that, under 165 pounds. So, blood sugars. I do keep track of my blood sugars. And so on April the 11th, last week Wednesday, right? No, last week Thursday, April the 11th, my blood sugar was 91. And my blood sugars this week were pretty much the same, except for on April the 13th. That was on a Saturday morning. I'm trying to think what could have occurred Friday. I think if I go back to look at that video that I just put up, that was a week-long video, and I had salads. I think, because I did talk about that in that video, my blood sugar, I could feel when I didn't have carbs at dinner time. I could feel in the middle of the night when my blood sugar dropped, and you get kind of not hot, but you just get cool and clammy, like you get the feeling of you are sweating, but you're not necessarily hot, and it's cool and clammy is what they call it when you get hypoglycemic. And I did kind of feel that in a way when I was sleeping. And when I got up that morning, it was 78. Now, that was a blood sugar that I took early in the morning because I did have to wake up early because I had to work on Saturday. So, yeah, it was 78. 78 by no means is something to be like, oh my goodness, I need to eat something to raise it, because I didn't. But it is just something to be aware of, because you don't want your blood sugars to fall below 70 and continue to stay that way, unless your doctor says it's fine. For long periods of time. So, other than that, my blood sugars were great this past week. So, yes, doing this 7.5 milligrams every 10 days is working for me. And I do go back to my doctor less than a month now. And we'll talk about that when I go to that appointment. So, I do track. Oh, some people were asking me about these trackers, and I do have a link in the description box to print these out. What I did is, these are my trackers that I track my little habits on. I did make them to be two to a sheet, and then I cut them and I just glued them onto these sheets that I had for my Happy Planner, and so I'm able to take them in and out easily, because of the Happy Planner, you can take things in and out real easily. So that's how I got them like that. So if you're interested, it is down low. And what I'll try to do is, if I will be doing this again in 2025, I'll make another one, and I'll link it again in upcoming, in that videos when we get to 2025. But look at me, already about 6 minutes in, and I'm trying to. I said it's gonna be a quick video, and I'm trying to talk fast and hurry up, but we're gonna continue on. All right, so my habits this week, this is pertaining to April the 11th through today the 17th. So prayer time. So I missed 2 days of actually formally writing my prayers down, and I use this book right here to formally write my prayer time. So Saturday, when I got up early to go to work, I do take it to work with me. But I just didn't have time to actually formally write it down on Saturday, so didn't do that on Saturday, and I didn't do it on yesterday. So like I said, the energy. I was tired yesterday morning, and I didn't want to get up out that bed, and so I did my prayer in my bed. And then Bible study, it corresponds with my prayer journal time, because I do it at the same, right after I do my Bible study time. I do my prayer journal, so that corresponded. So these two will always kind of go hand in hand. But I want to kind of look at these right now. So I am reading the book, The Woman in the Bible, and it's right here. This is the book, and I'm getting to the end of it, and we are actually on the part where so in the beginning, it had women with different women in the Old, well, somewhere in the New Testament. They had actual names. The Bible named these ladies. They had a name. Now we're getting to the point where Jesus is working or helping women who were unnamed in the Bible. And so, for instance, like the woman who was accused. One was accused of adultery, and they were about to stone her. And Jesus was like, "Okay, who are you? Well, if anyone can say they have been without sin, you go ahead and stone her." And everybody kind of went away. Right, they were ready to stone her, but what about your sins? What about what you're doing? Okay, and then we had the woman at the well. She was a Samaritan, and she came to the well when nobody else, in the heat of the day, it said, or in the time of the day when nobody else was there, because she just didn't want to be like out and about and have people looking at her all types of ways because of what she had been doing in her past, as well as what she was doing. And Jesus kind of brought it out, like, I know you, the man you with right now, that's not even your husband right now. He kind of called her out, and she was like, whoa. So he knew her, so she ran back to everybody, the Messiah is right here. I know he's inside. He knew everything about me, but yeah, he was talking with me and wanted to lead me to water that I can drink, that I will be never thirsty ever again. So Jesus was helping these ladies, or he was taking the time out with these ladies who didn't even have, they didn't name them, so they were quote unquote of, I wouldn't say lower importance, but they just didn't have a name. But yet he saw them. He saw he met them where they were at, and was willing and wanted to help them and get them out of where they were at. So Jesus will meet us where we're at. That's what I'm trying to say. For somebody, he will meet you where you're at, and he will lift you up out of that place that you're at. And then he also helped women who were in need. This book talks about the women who were in need. They too had no names. For one, the woman whose son had died, and she was actually like in his funeral processional, so to speak, and he called that son to get up. Also, the woman who they were publicly given, people were publicly giving their offering or giving their money, and she gave a little, all she had, which was a little bit compared to what other people were given. But Jesus said that lady gave the most. She gave what she had and what she could do. So he publicly, to his disciples, showed that what you give, let it be your best. And that's exactly what she did. She gave a little, but it was actually a lot. She gave what she could. And then we had Peter's mother-in-law who had a fever, and he healed her right then and there. So Jesus was in the business of meeting people again where they were at, and helping them right there. He also, the woman who was crippled, she's been crippled for so long, and they were like talking to Jesus, saying, why are you healing people on the Sabbath? And he was saying, okay, so don't you let your donkey to water on the Sabbath, but I can't heal this lady on the Sabbath? Jesus was right there breaking traditions. You know, we like to focus on the traditions in the things that we've been doing, and we can't do this, we can't do that because of tradition. But Jesus was not about that. So we got to remember that too. Jesus was not about tradition, about the norm. He went outside of the norm, and he did what he had to do based on who needed it. So I'm just trying to tell you, tell myself, that he will meet you where you're at, and it's okay. It's okay if you have been going through some things. It's okay if you had some things in the past that you went through. He will meet you where you're at, and he will uplift you. He will be with you. He will help you. You will be victorious, and you will come out of that through Jesus Christ. So those are inspiring me. I'm not finished just yet. I have a few more pages to go. Because I'd like to take my time and then read the scriptures that go along with it. But he has some more women that he's helping that I can already see that I'm going to be reading about, but they had no names, but they were yet very important in the study of Jesus. So I did my Bible study time, and personal reading, I'm reading Woman Evolved. That's by Sarah Jakes Roberts, talking about Eve and how Eve, we look at Eve like, oh, Eve, she did this, she did, she's the one who messed it all up for all of us. But Sarah Jakes Roberts just wants us to kind of look at the fact that we may have done something, again, we may have done some things in our past. We may have done some things that we don't think that we can recover from, but it's all about the recovery. It's all about how you get out of it, and how you continue on once you have come out of that. So I'm reading about that. In my personal reading time, I did not read on last night, which was the 16th, and also on the 12th, but I feel I'm doing okay. Water intake, I drink at least 80 ounces of water a day, and I did that every day. And then my physical activity, did not do that on the 13th, which was Saturday. Even though I did get all my steps in, I just didn't, I was not able to get formal physical activity in on that Saturday when I had to work. And fasting blood sugars, I did do that every day, as you saw. So continuing to track my habits, and it is helping me tremendously because I'm able to see exactly, because like, okay, the energy level that I had this week was very low. Again, I'm thinking it's probably because of my time of the month. Because it started like Saturday. I was doing good, and then it started Saturday. Was it Saturday? Yeah, it started Saturday. Basically, I had to get up early for work that day. But what had sparked me and helped put a fire back under me was, if you saw that video with the salads, I was talking about Mariah and I. Mariah's my daughter. We're on the Fit Family Project program together. It's a program that was built for families to kind of work together to become healthy and fit, and so forth. And you get kind of like some incentives and things like that goes with it. But I'm not here to talk about that right now. But so I just want to preface that we were drinking protein shakes as one of the things that we agreed to do for this past week. We were drinking protein shakes in the morning for breakfast to get our protein in. But I was going into her room. Was it Saturday? Couldn't have been Saturday, Sunday. It had to have been Monday. Monday afternoon. I was going into, or Monday night. Was it Monday night or Sunday night? I can't remember what day it was. It was in the evening, and I think, yes. I was going in the room. It had to be Sunday or Monday evening. I was going into her room to ask her about the protein shake, because I had ordered samples of the Ghost protein shakes to see, how they taste. And I wanted to ask her which ones she wanted me to order. I haven't even ordered them yet, but I'll do that soon. And I just walked into her room, and guess what I saw? She was at her desk. She had her headphones on, and she had her iPad up with music playing. I could see like it was a music playing on an iPad. So she had her headphones on with music, and she was writing in her journal. She had her Bible right there, sitting there next to her. It was open. So she was doing her own Bible study, prayer time, and just engulfed in it all right there by herself. I don't know if she watches my videos like this or not. I know she probably watches the vlogs, but I don't know if she watches these or not. But I just stopped, and I was like, this is what it's all about. This is what it is all about. This is why I continue to do what I'm doing. This is why I want to be a good role model for my kids, because you don't know who is watching you. 9 times out of 10, your children are watching you, and they're basing what they should do off of what you're doing. But you just never know how it can affect someone else. So this is what it's all about. This is why I continue to document my journey. This is why I continue to try to live a healthy, sustainable life. This is why I do what I do, because of that. This has filled me so much to see her doing that and taking the time to just be intimate with Jesus and intimate with God by herself. And yes, so that sparked that energy, that low energy that I had, sparked me right on back up. Sorry, the dog. And I'm ready to continue on. This is what it's all about. So, how are you doing this week? I hope that you are doing great. Again, go ahead and put in the comments below how you're doing. I hope everybody is having a successful week. Non-scale victories, scale victories, whatever journey you're on, financial journeys. So I continue to do my budgeting. So that's been going well. So just trying to better myself overall here, so that, I can continue on. So I said this video was going to be quick. Hopefully it was. And I just thank you guys. I need to run off to work. Well, I'm at work. I'm working from home, but I need to go to the office real quick. So I will see you guys in the next video. I thank you. I love you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, God bless.